valued profit over people.
Evening, guys. Well, it's a little after midnight here, and I thought I'd reach out. It's been a long time since I've done any videos, and I wasn't for sure if I was going to do any more. A lot of things have happened, starting with I got divorced. After 10 years, she decided that she didn't want to be together anymore, and that was the end of it. The company that I worked for 14 years had gotten pretty rough, and I just couldn't take it anymore, so I had the opportunity to go to work for a different company with a friend of mine, and there was promised a lot of things that never came to be, and in the end I was left without a job. So trying to figure out how to put this. None of this is scripted. I just thought I'd kind of be raw and honest with you guys, because I'm thinking about recording more videos and keeping the channel going. But anyway, I didn't know what I was going to do. And I thought it'd come to my mind, because over the years, I'd collected a few things here and there for doing my job as a locksmith. And but I never really considered about being one, because the initial investment's pretty high, and you have to be registered in the state of Texas to be a locksmith. So I wasn't for sure if I could do that either. Anyway, so I reached out to my pastor and asked him, hey, would it be okay to come and pray at the church for a little bit? And yeah, he said, yeah, absolutely. So they unlocked it, and I went over there, and for about 2.5 hours I sat and prayed and asked God to give me a direction. I said, I determined this time, instead of doing what I thought I should do or what I wanted to do, I told God, I said, as bad as this is, there's an opportunity for me to actually maybe find out what direction he wanted me to go in, and maybe I could do what he had wanted me to do. So after about 2.5 hours, something just clicked. I can't really say what it was. It's just I left the church and I hit the ground running. And that was in August, at the beginning of it. By November, I was completely registered with the state of Texas as a locksmith. I had the minimum equipment that I needed to get started. I had people willing to give me a shot to do work with, and I started my own company. I can't tell you where all the money came from. I can tell you that I had about $2,000 left in my savings account. And by the time I got fully registered, that had run out. So I started a company that takes about $25,000 to get what you need to get started. With all the, you got to be insured, you got to be registered with the state, you got to be licensed, you got to have the equipment that you need to have to do what you got to do, and you have to have suppliers, all the kind of good stuff that you got to have, So there was a lot of work up to doing it, but man, by November, I hit the ground running, and I'm not going to tell you that I became rich overnight, and I'm still very lean and everything. In fact, I'm pretty much going week to week. But every time the bills come due, or I need to get something for the company or whatever, or even if I need something for my personal use or whatever, God always provides enough work for me to get what I need to get, pay whatever bills I need to pay, and enough left over for me to actually exist. Now here it is about mid-January, and it's actually starting to show signs of growth. I mean, I don't have money or a budget for advertisement in the traditional sense, which, to be quite honest with you, I think is somewhat overrated. So all mine's been by word of mouth. I got some business cards, so every job I do, I give out business cards. I went and I talked to companies and stuff like that and reached out to them, let them know, hey, I've been doing this for 15 years. I've got a lot of experience at it, and I'm not half bad. And believe it or not, most people have been okay with that and gave me a shot at it, and little by little I've helped people out. I haven't had one bad response to any of the work I've done. So it's starting to actually get around. People are wanting me to come around, and they're starting to actually call me now. So it's going pretty good. I don't have any big aspirations for this. I don't plan on making it some big, huge company, but I think I'm going to keep it pretty much a sole proprietor. And my goal is pretty simple. I just want to get, debt free. I want to get a few things that I need to get so that I can get back to living my life. And I want to have something that I can leave behind for my kids. After all these years, I didn't really have a whole lot. So it's really a big opportunity for me, and God made it happen. I really can't claim any credit for it. I can't tell you where the money came from. I can't tell you how things happened. The license was easier to get than what normally it is. The insurance was super easy with a good company, with honest people, and even a person that does my taxes for me. So I've got good suppliers that cut me deals and help me out whenever they can. So it's going pretty good. I pretty much had to give up a lot of my things I love doing, like I don't go fishing anymore. I don't really have time for it. My sole focus is building the company. Now, I'm almost 60 years old, and I'm not going to say that I'll never be with anybody again, but I'll say the odds of it are astronomically small. I think after the bad marriages I've had, I'm not really interested in finding anything that's lame or is a risk. So she'd have to be somebody pretty spectacular, someone that God finds for me, someone that's already born again, and would actually love me for who I am, and I wouldn't be a consolation prize or somebody to use or just a passing thing. So I'm pretty much staying out of the whole relationship thing unless something good comes of it. Moving on from that, I plan on doing, videos, keeping everybody updated how the business is going, and letting you know, hey, it's either working or oops. I can't say I'm doing everything perfectly, but I put my trust in God, and I just kind of letting Him take the reins on this. I'm not doing things the way you normally would do things, the way the world would normally do things. What people would say you got to do to create or start or have a successful business, is I don't want to do it their way. I don't want to do it that way because, and if I did it that way, I'd never get it started. It would have never happened because I just didn't have the money, and I'm not well off financially. I don't have investors, so I'm totally and completely reliant on God. But Jesus is fantastic. The great thing about it is that I'm no one special. And if you give Jesus a chance, He'll do for you what He did for me. All you gotta do is find out, hey, what's the path He wants you to go in? Start on that path, and He'll be there to back you up. He'll take care of you. I'm proving it every week, every day just about. Because about every 2 or 3 days, man, the bills come due. And sometimes it's real lean. But little by little, it's starting to pick up steam. Eventually, I may actually have to put one other person on, which kind of scares me a little bit because I was manager and we saw a lot of really bad things happen. People that took advantage of us, stole or just had, for whatever reason, just didn't fit. And so I'm not really in a hurry to get to that point, and I don't really want to have some big overblown thing where I got to have lawyers and all kinds of crazy stuff that you normally have to have with big corporations. I just want to keep mine a simple business, a simple guy going out there helping people make automotive keys. I don't even do residential and commercial anymore. And I don't do really an unlocked service, or I don't advertise for it. I just make automotive keys, and I love doing it. It's a job I'm good at, and I like doing it. It's a lot of fun, and burying myself in the work keeps me focused, keeps me stable. I haven't had to get any government funding or help. Everything has been done by and for God. Whether I start going back to doing things like fishing or hunting, I always wanted to do some photography, so I might, do some small videos if I pick that back up. And there's some other things I want, and maybe one day, when things are picking up, I can post some new videos about how that's working out. But since I haven't posted a video in, I'm going to say maybe 3 or 4 years, if there's anybody that subscribed to my channel and still had me on there, for one, thank you. Sorry it took so long, and I'm sorry that I didn't have the opportunity to, well, I shouldn't say I didn't have the opportunity to get on there and post a video saying what was going on. I just didn't want to complain about it. I didn't want to, there's enough sad stories out there, don't you think? So, I kind of just let it go. But I'm getting back into it. And I don't have any ill feelings towards anybody, not the companies, not to my ex-wives, nothing. I mean, I'm actually pretty happy. I'm getting more stable, and my life's getting back on track. I'm looking forward once again to the future, and I actually have hope again. So I thought I'd get on here and post a video and let everybody know, if you're interested, uh, what was going on and what happened. So, stay tuned, because I'll be posting more videos as things progress, and I'll give you updates. Maybe you'll have a front row seat to seeing somebody start from nothing and maybe gaining a little bit of success. Okay? Well, anyway, you guys have a good evening. God bless you. And if you have any comments or you want to say anything, leave it in the comments down below. If you like the video, subscribe if you want to. I don't know how often I'll be posting, but I'll try to make, regular postings as things come up. I'm usually pretty busy trying to get this thing off the ground, so I'm either working or I'm trying to get the word out there that I've got the business going. Anyway, have a nice night, guys. Be blessed.